Ready to learn about website trends for 2024?
Yes! Sorry.
That was the answer I was looking for. I'm Nicole.
I'm Monica.
And today we are talking about just the different styles that are changing. Often every year we like to kind of keep tabs on trends. We don't always make a video out of it, but especially as all the web work that my team does, we're always looking at this.
Yep.
And what's kind of fascinating about this year's trends is that instead of like overall style, website styles, I mean, you can still find somebody that says, I like minimalism, or somebody else that says, minimalism is dead. I like maximalism, which is, the opposite. But essentially there's so much these days that are about these small little micro things so that you can actually make updates to your website to keep it fresh, keep it trend without putting in the money and the work of doing a full revamp.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one is AI generated images. We've talked about this in other videos. She's not a fan. And we've got some examples up here, and there's some that are super cool, even, and like they verge on surrealism, and then there's others that are realistic with a little twist, right? Some of them, and so they feel like they're AI. They're clearly AI. They're clearly not right. But then, like the nice thing about this, and some it's not going to work. Like she hates it. It's not going to work for a brand. It's not going to work for everything.
No.
But the nice thing about this is we've talked before about how you have like 5 seconds to catch somebody's attention, and if you're using the same stock photos that everybody else uses, you're not going to do it. AI can give you a different twist on things without breaking the bank.
Yep. Okay.
Number 2, like in fashion and everything else, we are going retro, and everything, like there's some of these examples up that it looks almost like an online newspaper, right?
Yeah.
It's the dark styles. We've got a lot of these old typewriter-esque serif fonts that are coming in there. But then you have like just, there's dynamic elements added to it. The cursors follow you around or some of this. And so it's this retro with a twist type of thing. But
I love those. That's fun. I do not hate that.
So like almost, the 70s style fonts, all kinds of things that you can have fun with. Next up, also somewhat of a throwback, is the idea of gradients. This was really big in the 90s especially, and then it faded out and you come up and there's, there are some, like the example that we have that I can't say I'm exactly a fan of. There's some that I think, oh, that's cool, and then there's others that are absolutely cringeworthy. But the idea is that you are making your website into almost Instagram ready photos, so to speak. Right. And so these same...
Yeah. It's the idea of the filters to add like an extra layer of interest.
So
might not be for you. It's not for Nicole.
It is not. Okay. And you don't have to go the levels. Like you can be more subtle. You can do like a black to fade instead of having like pink and green. But it's just kind of, again, a little extra twist. We also have we're seeing micro animations and engagements, and these are everything from having like bright pink progress bars that show you where, we've all filled out a million forms, right? But it shows you where your progress is, and it just makes the experience a little bit more pleasant.
Yeah, I love those.
And then there's other things, like you see the bear, like as you're typing the password, his head is following you across, and it's that type of thing that we buy from brands we like and things, and this just that little extra personality just brings a little extra bit of fun in there and makes you remember it. Next up, and this is more of a full overall trend, but this idea of dark mode websites. Now, if you are like me that actually has migraines and headaches, like the bright white of websites and screens can get really overwhelming sometimes. And so this is somewhat like it is. You've seen this in some things that you can turn dark mode on, like Google and all that, and it helps with eye strain. But if you look at some of these images, they're really simple, but that also means like the images that are on there, they really pop and they really stand out. And so it's super simple, but really interesting.
Yeah, and I love this website example. It's gorgeous. Dark mode doesn't mean sinister. It
doesn't. And so clean, elegant. So lots of choices. Like you said, there's a million other types of things that you could find in trends, but we liked a lot of these little highlights because even your current website, the one that we're showing, like you could toggle back and forth from light to dark mode. And so not every website's going to work for it, but it's a nice way that you can just make some subtle changes to your website and bring it up to speed.
Yeah, I love these.
Good. We want to know what you love and whatever else that you think are trending and that you're doing on your website. But otherwise, we hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.